First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Hawakai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to your Akim, your brethren that's pushing the truth through the four winds. I had came across this article and I want to go into it a little bit, It's going into the, that end all be all, okay? Before the destruction, all right, of America. Let me read a little bit. It says, you'll never again have to worry about losing your wallet. In emergencies, medical personnel will have easy access to your health data. You will be able to automatically control many of your devices. Chips may, however, make us prime targets for people with bad intentions. We need to think about who really benefits from human microchipping. It has a video. I'm going to let that play. But, hey, I'm going to leave this article, the description of the article. But it's got a main point in this article I wanted to go into, all right? That, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone down to the least we always go into. It's a known fact, okay? What's really the agenda of Esau Edom, all right? This one world order, okay? Yeah, you see, it says the have been around for a while. The blank is basically a tiny two-way radio, roughly the size of a grain of rice, capable of containing various types of information. It is inserted under the skin, and when scanned, can provide information such as a person's ID number, linking to a database with more detailed information about the wearer. Kevin Warwick, professor of cybernetics at Reading University in the UK, was the first person to implement in blank into his arm in 1998. The purpose was to check whether his computer was able to wirelessly track his movements within the university. When Applied Digital Solution in Florida began experimenting with implanting their blank, now named Positive ID, into ordinary people in the early 2000s. The technology started taking flight and received FDA approval in 2004. You see, it's already been FDA approved. All right, they just need, all right, a big fallout within the mass of the people to force this. Okay. This is the main part I wanted to get in it. Where is it? It says, well, I could read these topics. It says, you'll never again have to worry about losing your wallet. We use blank for many of our daily activities. There are in the cars we use to pay for things at the store, take public transport, gain access to buildings, and borrow books from libraries, no problem. Even easier, identification. Our passports, IDs, and driver license already contain blank, and it will require minimal changes in infrastructure, in train and bus stations, and airports, and transitions from scanning passports to scanning arms. It says club memberships and access controls. The Baja Beach Club in Rotterdam in the Netherlands and Barcelona, Spain, were the first clubs to offer blank to VIP clients. Your medical history will also be easy accessible. An implant blank can be used to quickly gain access to medical history, what antibiotics you had in the past, what you're allergic to, what medications you take, and any other medical information that's relevant in medical emergencies, especially when a patient is unconscious. These implants are particularly useful for people suffering from diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and Alzheimer's disease. The blank itself doesn't contain the patient's entire medical history, but you just said it did, but rather a unique code or number that can be used to access the information from a database. It's a keeping tabs on patients and children and criminals. The point right here is useful mainly. It says it is not uncommon for babies to get mixed up at hospitals, for the elderly or hospital patients to wander out of care facilities, or for criminals to escape from prison. It is also not uncommon for children to get lost in crowds, run away from home, or be kidnapped. In these instances, being able to track people means peace of mind for millions of caregivers, family members, and patients. In the event of a kidnapping, the first 4 hours are the most critical, as murder usually happens within that time frame, and blank could significantly lower the risk of something terrible happening. Right, you see, but this is the main reason. Number 5 here is they want to, put that thing in people, right? So they can be able to track everybody comings and goings. The criminals, they can track their comings and goings. They can see what they're doing at all times. All the information is to be stored in there, all right? And it says you'll be able to automatically control many of your devices. Nobody but you will be able to use your weapon. Whoa. Nobody but you will be able to use your weapon. That was also in the video. I seen that. So it says I'm gonna read it. Smith and Wesson, as well as Browning, have already developed an implant system for firearms that allows only the registered owner to fire his or her weapon. All right. Shalakia. It says, and it says, situations in which a weapon is stolen and ending up in the wrong hands, or kids accidentally finding a weapon, will no longer lead to dangerous situations. Also, the GPS functionality in these weapons will provide information on where, when, and by whom the gun was fired, making the lost weapon phenomenon at a crime scene a thing of the past.